Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I clean my Cuisinart meat slicer. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas that have helped me to lose 140 pounds. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you will check out some of my other videos, and for those of you returning, I hope you enjoy today's video. Okay, so today I'm going to show you a little bit more about my meat slicer. A few months ago, I obtained this meat slicer and I did a review video of it. But a lot of you felt that I should have showed how I clean it in the end, and didn't even occur to me. So since I had some meat that I need to slice today, I thought what I would do is make it dirty and then show you what my process looks like for cleaning it up and putting it away. So what I have here today is a sirloin tip roast. This is one of my favorite roasts for having, I cook it in my sous vide to medium rare to rare. So for me, I use 127 for 4 hours. It doesn't need a long cook in the sous vide because it's super tender. This is a roast I buy at Walmart. I usually buy 2 or 3 at a time and cook them in the sous vide and then freeze them for when I'm ready. So that's what I've done here. This is partially frozen. It's been out of the freezer for 2 to 3 hours now. So I find that it's easier to get a good thin slice when the meat is partially frozen. So that's why I did that. So the other video, I will link it below because it goes through, you know, some of the information about this Cuisinart meat slicer. It's a very budget model. It's not for the power user. For me, it's perfect because I like to make meat chips once in a while, or just slice something like this where I want some super thinly sliced meat. And for that occasional use, it's perfect. It was like $99 or less. I can't quite remember. So I have it all set up, ready to go. I am going to slice my meat here, and then we'll walk through how I clean it. So I'm going to cut the meat in half. If you're familiar with this meat slicer, this is how much room you have here. You know, the meat has to fit in here, and I want to cut it crossways like this so that I have some nice thin slices. So I want to sit it in here. So I'm going to also take off the string. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so that's kind of the starting point. So we're now looking at the back of my machine. Normally I do a test slice just to see how it looks, to see if it, you know, and then I adjust it after I do a test slice. Couple of things I've learned along the way to do. I do have a silicone mat sitting under my cutting board here so that this doesn't slip while I'm pushing, you know, the meat through, because it's fairly light and it will slide and slip. So we don't want that. And the other thing is to have something to catch the meat, because it just flies out of the back here. So that's what this is for. So if you do have one of these and you haven't used it yet, please be sure to watch my previous video and make sure that you look through the manual and practice all the safety suggestions. That would be my big suggestion to you. So I am going to do my test slice here. That is, I'm going to put it at about a 2, I think. See how that looks. I definitely have it too thin because it's not, oh, and I also didn't exactly cut it straight. That's another issue here. So I'm going to just turn it this way. Okay. No, it's just too thin. So I'm going to turn my dial. Sorry about the barking. Teddy objects strongly to this type of noise. It's all good, Teddy, and you're going to benefit from this. You'll get a piece later. So this is more like what I was thinking. It's thin. Yes. So I just have to get past the fact that I didn't cut it straight. Maybe I'll start with the other end. That might be a little better. And I think I may have let it thaw out a little bit too much, but I'm gonna just go a little bit more, and I'm just going to just slice these, because the point of the video is to show you how I clean it after. Okay, so I have just over 2 pounds of delicious, thinly sliced roast beef, medium rare to rare-ish. I will be enjoying this over the next couple of days for sure. But the real purpose of this video is what we have left over here on this machine. I am just going to put this in the fridge, and then we're going to start the process here. Okay, so as you can see, this needs to be cleaned. First thing I'm going to do is unplug it. Then I'm going to take off the guide, this plastic thing here. This I put in the top rack of my dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, a sink full of hot soapy water is going to do the trick for you. I try to wash as much as I can in the dishwasher. So then we have this here. There's this button here for this top part. You push it in and then pull it towards you and it comes off. This I also put in the dishwasher on the top rack. But again, you could just put it in a sink of hot soapy water. I just feel like the dishwasher really gets it clean and disinfects it. You probably have noticed here all of the remnants of meat. And so this is where the dogs get to have a little taste of what's to come later. So I usually just, pick the big pieces off. And again, really want to make sure that that blade is not going to turn off. So I've gathered up the big pieces, and then they get to have a piece. Okay, so sit, easy, sit. Good job. Then I want to take the blade off, and so with the blade, there's a little button here, and you just push in the middle and grab this little tab, and then it just unlocks. Pull it out, holding it like that. Don't carry. It's really sharp, so don't carry it with the by the sides. I also put this in the dishwasher. When you put it back in, make sure that it is installed correctly. There's 2 tabs here that fit into 2 tabs there, and then you lock it into place by going back the other way, towards you, and then it's not. It has to be stable on here. If you just put it back in like this and close the tab, you can see that is loose. So I just wanted to point that out. Make sure you read the manual again, okay? So those 3 pieces that I put behind me on the counter, they can go in the dishwasher or a sink of hot soapy water. So then what we have left is little bits and pieces inside some of these crevices. And I basically then just get either a hot soapy cloth or a sponge, and I'm going to do that right now. Because obviously this unit, the way it's sitting here, that can't go into the dishwasher. So it's just a matter of getting in here and with a soapy cloth or sponge and wipe all the surfaces down, getting all these little pieces of meat, and front and back, because some of the meat comes out of the back, and you just want to get into these little crevices before you're finished. so that there's no meat anywhere. The tightest little corner is right here on the bottom. You can see there's a little tiny piece, a triangular piece. So right in there, I usually just, you know, you can put a toothpick in there if there's a piece of meat stuck in there, or sometimes even just a piece of paper towel. It does have a little flex to it, so you can actually even just push it with your fingernail or whatever. So wipe up anything you can. And then I usually look at it from a couple of different angles to make sure that I haven't left any rogue pieces of meat behind. And then some paper towel to finish the job and get in all these little crevices. If Teddy could, I'm sure he would love to come up here and just lick it all clean.
But this will be better.
I've never really had to clean this piece. The meat doesn't seem to get in here, but I just wipe it down just in case. Okay, so you should not be able to see any meat anywhere. And like I said, walk over to the other side of it and take a look from this angle, because sometimes you can't see what's on the other side. So I believe I have gotten it all. Yeah. So other than washing those in hot soapy water, or in my case, top rack of the dishwasher, that's it for cleaning it. It's pretty simple. I've never had any difficulty making it spick and span looking afterwards. And then I wait for the items to dry in the dishwasher cycle. I put it back all together in its entirety, you know, ready to use, and then put it in the cupboard. It's fairly light, so it's easy to put away on a shelf. I put it on the linen closet in the hallway there, and that's it until the next time I need it. So for those of you that have been waiting for me to, okay, double check in there. Probably as I was cleaning, I got a little tiny piece on here, but now it's gone. So yeah, so for those of you who have been waiting for me to show you how to clean this, I hope that helped. And we'll see you guys next time on the next video. Thanks for watching.